A very warm good evening, Kingdom of Eswatini. Welcome back to another spectacular episode of This Weekend Eswatini. We are back again to provide you with nothing but the best of entertainment in and around Eswatini. What is to know this weekend? What is happening this weekend? And much, much more. Bapetile, I think you can agree it is about to be the best hour of your Friday. It is myself, Pelo_Nkosi on all social media platforms, and we hope you have a banging episode of This Weekend.
And yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another music-filled edition of This Weekend Eswatini. Konala ekala kaya kalamba pambili Eswatini TV. It is the weekend, a Friday, a very cold one. Please do allow us to bring you entertainment from the comfort of your own home. AKA Thick B, AKA Thickness with some cuteness. Sitibongele gini babukele makaya for always tuning in each and every Friday. Ang funing ngasho ke Pelo ukuthi mzukwana siyophunyela at mouth futhi kubang the number one entertainment show in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Dito pila so nabo khona la, and you want to know what's going down in the Kingdom of Eswatini this weekend, then you are definitely in the right place, because we will be giving you all those updates. Hi beautiful people of Eswatini, nyati isoseningi la ekhaya, and today's episode is no different, as we'll be bringing you entertainment and an informative episode of This Weekend Eswatini.
And I think, Bapetile, let's get right into it to show them what to expect on this week's episode.
Rina joins us in studio. And Genes of the Vibes are back with a new one.
And we do have Mozaik, aka Umutingwenya, right now, who is rebranding, and he is here to tell us all about that. We are also joined by Banele, who will be telling us about the Leserato event.
And yes, of course, beautiful people of Eswatini, I think there's nothing more exciting than seeing more and more young people being active in the entertainment space, Ekaya Eswatini, and having great artists like Mozaik coming back into the entertainment industry. It is such an amazing thing to see, especially because I like to believe people like Mozaik are the ones who paved the way for all those local artists labancane who are making waves right now.
Of course, ma'am, and he definitely does prove that music is a lifetime, because Agapupi music wake is still trending, and it's still something we want to see from him. But before we get into all the good you need to see in today's show, we start off with a bit of Majaha and Nyana. We do have Genes of the Vibes with Mfuna Wena. Do enjoy.
Singing about heaven, GTI in 37. Halum Shina's gonna heaven, baby girl, I'ma get happen. Walk down singing about heaven, don't you tell, walk up at the tagging. I'm a level some cabin, just tell him that I'm my best friend. When I go to him, Tola, go to your music. When I go to Upoza, go to music. When I Doubting in our 11, GTI in past 7. Callum Sheena's gonna heaven. Baby girl, I'ma get up in. Oh, doubting in our 11. Don't chit out, walk up at the check-in. I'm Belela with some clubbing. Just tell him that I'm my best friend. When I go to him, Taza. Until your music. When I go to Uboza. Until music. When I, Minangi Funa,
And yes, of course, beautiful people of Eswatini, you are still tuned into This Weekend Eswatini khona la ekhala kuhamba phambili Eswatini TV. Ningakhohlwa phela babukele emakhaya ukuthi you can interact with us on all the social media platforms. We are at This Weekend Eswatini on Facebook and on Instagram. Then on Twitter, it's at official_TV. Right about now, beautiful people of Eswatini, it is time for some new music. I am joined by private school amapiano DJs. It is Giants of their vibes. They have a brand new single titled Basize. Lalela ke, if you are a loyal viewer of the show, we've heard these guys many times la ekhaya ekatwe as we just follow up on the music. But we like with a brand new one, and they are here to tell us all about it. Guys, welcome back. I give a vending and it's
nice.
It is nice to have you back, guys, because if people babuya now you have a brand new music video titled Basize, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk about the music video? What inspired the song?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, ingoma, according to the beat, like basically, it's something like spiritual nyani. Yeah. So, but like I know what Lena is singing a gospel one time. It's just something new, yabo. Yeah, la po sai compose studio actually. Sa talking about this can feature again.
All right.
It was just simple. Simple as that. It was just simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay, njengoba ashito ukuthi you featured someone. Maybe you can just explain to us ukuthi nisebenzisane nabani, and when it comes to the visuals nisebenzisane nabani and all those stuff.
Okay, on the visuals. Like Spetse director lomkhulu director Alpha. So Emma videos usually very attended. Actually,
Very nice.
And Emma, as for Emma artists, like we believe we can feature anyone. If you have a voice, we believe that you can sing. So the artists that we featured on the Basize. So it was CNX Boy 100. That guy was actually doing trapping.
Oh, shy trap.
Trap. And then abeti don't say faith. So bita na ufaka ingomeli mapiano ngasa ngwende before yabo. So like no. That hard, and then the song came up, just like that.
Also Nicky J.
Oh,
I'm called.
Okay, Nicky J is actually a vocalist, so Kwakebeglola.
Now, I've already seen the video. It's very clean, I must say.
Thank you so much.
I want to know what you should tell you because wow, it's quality, beautiful people of Eswatini, and don't you want
Okay, yeah, so I call a town actually. A siqale around town lapha ngaka total mawuya check nje then sa Scom. Yeah, Scom. It's around actually. Yeah, around Babani.
Now, a little birdie told me, Kutinine, Biznyana, Swatini, SA, got to listen to that and Shire up and down is keep party. Are people receiving you on that side?
Yeah. Listen back on us, make sure it's make sure it's and yeah, there's more coming actually. Now there's number 2 or 3 of my features from SA.
Ooh.
So like yeah, gaspana.
Maybe ngasithi nje ihinti ngagcinya ukuthi ke
okay, yeah, featurishe Tide General ulapha kule album ya Expansion lelensha. So yeah. Labanenge ke senda ubona
the obvious ones, Tim Express by
yeah.
Noma niyadina ngoma. Kwa Satan. Yeah.
Now,
So
a question lelandzela kubeyitobuta ukuthi ke can we expect any more music or you guys just wanna promote the Basize music video right now? But I guess saningiphendulile ukuthi hayi ke kunengene kuphekako kunengilokutako.
Yeah.
All right, for people who wanna stream your music banthola kuphi?
Okay, YouTube figure search problematic music entertainment. Basically obvious Facebook and IG Jeans of the Vibe.
All right.
I put out my link, everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Lakusho ukuthi nje niyadevelop for people of Eswatini. Mani ngafollowisha handles abo nitoyithola yonke information lenethi ngako. Guys, thank you so much for a good and I wish you guys nothing but the best when it comes to your career. You are one of the most visible DJs lesnawo la eka Eswatini, so please do keep it up. That was Jeans of the Vibe. Beautiful people of Eswatini, niyadivela nani ba busy but let's expect some more music. But right about now, beautiful people of Eswatini, asindlalele ngoma lesikhuluma ngayo it is Jeans of the Vibes bathi ke bona basize but ke lalela wena ungayenzawo because we still have some more cool interviews for you khona la on this weekend Eswatini. Wena lomele kwenye just to keep it locked in khona la kumabona kwethu akulamba phambili Eswatini TV. Belo uyabuya with some more cool interviews.
Zurita Zapapau, Uzutapi, Azura Papa, Daria, so Papa, Daria, so Papa, Saru, Ai, Basize, tetelele zono zabo abao basize tetelele zono zabo abao basize tetelele zono zabo abao basize basize, 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 tetelele zono zabo, abawo basize, basize.
Hela pechan, hela pechan, hela pechan. Hela pechan, hela pechan, hela pechan. Hela pechan, hela pechan, hela pechan. Hela pechan.
When you needed me, I was too caught up in myself to see it. See the business blurred out vision, you cry for help when missing, but now I see it clearly. Don't let go, 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 yeah. Ooh, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. I ain't going nowhere. We right here now, oh, we right here now. Relax, we ain't going nowhere. Ela pecha, ela pecha, ela pecha. Ela pecha, ela pecha, ela pecha. Imbonile pechane, imbonile nemkombe. Imbonile pechane, imbonile nemkombe. When I came to see the pain through the stains of the blood that money paints on the land of our mothers, we're losing our brothers. We need one another, make a change. Now I can finally see it. If I'm to make a change, then I need to be it. I heard the call in the wild, heard him say this is the time. I'm right here now, yeah, I'm right here now. Don't stress, I ain't going nowhere. We right here now, oh, right here now. Relax, we ain't going nowhere. Ela pecha, ela pecha, ela pecha.
You are back again, Kingdom of Eswatini, and you are still tuned into This Weekend Eswatini. Right about now, I am joined by an award-winning rapper, singer, producer, and a man that proves that music is definitely a lifetime. I am talking about none other than Agasafunge Bitwanga Mozaik, Nyalo, Song Umuti Ngwenya, but you'll get to hear all about that. The rebranding, realigning, yabonanje, the death of another character, and the resignation of another man. Welcome to This Weekend on Eswatini.
Thank you very much, Bella, and welcome, lovely viewers at home. It's so good to be back on. I'm joking. Why am I talking like I'm hosting the show? Hi,
Yeah.
guys. I'm sorry.
It's very good to have you. You did mention that this is your first TV interview after the reignition of the Old South.
Yeah, it feels
And
good to be here, man.
Just firstly, can you tell me, after having taken this break, do you feel like there's something that has been restored? You know, people who go on sabbaticals, people who take breaks, people who take gaps. You know, it's a time for restoration. Do you feel like anything has been restored, in especially your music career, because that is what we know you for, and in your personal life as well, because maybe you were not taking it for music per se, but also for yourself.
Sorry, my heart is pounding out of my chest. Like, this is the first time in like forever.
Never.
Yeah, it feels good to be talking about this.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't go through what I've been through and not come out anew. It's been a long 3 years out of the public eye. Like, the last time I did a performance was 2019. That was pre the depression phase. Got out of the depression phase, got into a process where I had to just rework on myself and rediscover myself and get to know myself better, you know. And throughout that whole process, a lot has been reignited. I've gotten to understand myself better. You know, my psychology is much more aligned with my spiritual self. So definitely a lot has changed within myself. So yeah.
Alrighty, we'll get into the change part and the rebranding part.
Yeah.
But having gone through this process, you know, you did rebrand, but people know you for the word. Yabona kuthiwa Mozaik. I was telling you earlier that Connie Ferguson, Queen Moroka, and that will Karabo Moroka, sorry,
Yeah.
and that will never change. Firstly, people may not know where the word Mozaik derived from. So can you please just take us back to that? I know Mvusa losokufile, but you need to.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. It's still very much a part of me.
Yes.
It's a part of my legacy. But Mozaik came out of my diversity in music. I was a rapper, I was a producer, I did a little bit of design, being a company CEO, and I was doing a lot of things under the entertainment industry. So Mozaik was rightly suited to be a name that I went by. And then over the years it grew into Mozaik, the producer, as a title, but then it just became my name as well. Which was given to me by Linz, by the way. Shout out to you, girl. But it just symbolized all the different facets that made up the person that you knew as Mozaik.
And just moving straight into your music, I think you are definitely one of the fortunate ones, because your music didn't take a break. Not fortunate, but very lucky and chosen. I mean, that is the correct word to use. You're one of the chosen ones, because your music didn't take a break with you. Being away, your music was still played. People were still listening to Mozaik songs. Well, unfortunately, they're still going to get into.
They will remain Mozaik songs.
Okay,
And that's okay.
exactly. And you did mention that you went through a depression phase.
Yeah.
And most may not know, we still don't know how to clearly define depression, especially coming from, you know, certain families, which I will not mention.
Where depression doesn't exist.
Exactly, where depression is non-existent. Bantu would even say, so wow, and you know, it's just a very sad thing. And what's your take on that? Because you did not define it while it was happening. You only came out now to say, hey, Nami, I was going through something.
It's a very scary thing to go through, and especially because at the time that you're going through it, you can't talk about it. Also because then the safety element is very how do I say, very difficult to navigate around, because you can't necessarily come to someone and say, hey man, you know, I'm terribly depressed, because then other people don't even understand what depression is, or don't even believe that it exists. But you know, I kind of in that space-ish now, because I understand it better through my perspective and my experiences. But a lot of times I've grown to understand that my depression, I'll speak about my depression,
Yes.
it was self-inflicted. But it was also based on a lot of the experiences, a lot of the things that I had gone through that I personalized. I took a lot of hits that I wasn't supposed to, and I made them very personal. And that resulted in me feeling a certain way about myself, about my environment, and about the people that were inflicting some of the things on me that I tended to then personalize, which then made me feel depressed. And I think it's after I did a lot of self-introspection that I got to understand how it worked with me, and then how to better get myself out of it. Because as soon as I changed my mindset, and as soon as I was able to identify the triggers and everything around it, then I made the personal decision to say, okay, cool, I've had enough. You know what? I need to get back up. And it took a bit of time, but I eventually did it. Now, the most difficult part about that was then restructuring my whole life so that I do not fall into it again. Because, you know, sometimes it happens that you may survive the first one, you feel better for a few months, and then you go back into it, and it's like, because then you haven't really identified the triggers around it, and you haven't figured out how to deal with those triggers and then create boundaries and so on and so forth. That's with people, that's with environment, and so on. So, you know, there's a lot around it that becomes very complex, and I think people need to be very sensitive around other people, especially once you're able to identify some of the signs and signals around the depression. But yeah.
All right.
We can talk about this whole thing,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I know.
It's a mouthful.
And now all
Yeah.
the introspection and all of this change has caused like a whole shift in your life where
Yeah.
you have decided to rebrand
Yeah.
as a musician, as a music producer.
As
you
a
ha-
person,
as
as a
a
human
person,
being.
as a human being, yes.
God.
You went from Mozaik
Yeah.
to Umutingwenye, which
ma'am.
clearly, and it's self-explanatory,
Sure.
it defines who you are.
Precisely.
Can you tell us why now and why the change of title?
Yeah. So post-depression, I got into this whole journey of self-discovery, and I wanted to understand myself better, know myself better, which led me to do a little bit more research about my family, my home, and so on and so forth. And I got really attached to certain aspects of that. Umoti really is Muzi ngesiswati. My parents named me Sakile Muzi Ngwenya, which really translates to Sakile Umuti Wagangwenya. Ngimfunjana mina joint. So I decided to own that, but also my father, who passed away when I was 6 years old, I never really got to know the man. So for me, this name, this change in name, this phase that I'm in my life represents me trying to get to know him better and try to extend his life and reinterpret it as best that I can. It's me paying respect to the man. So Sakile umuntu wakangwenya, then ngesiswati vele umfana waka likaya lababu wake. So this is me really just paying respects to my old man and saying, listen, I am alive because you were alive, and I cannot continue my existence without acknowledging yours. And my children will then take over from here. So my life now is dedicated to that, and of course a lot of the self experiences as well. So yeah.
Okay.
So it's a very spiritual journey for
Yeah,
me. And
I can
and it's
definitely
great.
tell.
Yeah.
But one thing that you have done is you haven't given up on us as consumers of your music,
got
as
nothing to do
consumers
with you,
of.
man.
You
got
haven't given
nothing
up.
to do
You
with
haven't
you.
given up on us as consumers
Yeah.
of your sound, of your music.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I have realized from that other interview that you did on the radio station. You gave sounds that are pretty much different from what you were back then. Can you tell us about the shift in sounds? Why that? And is that what you're going to go on with going forward?
So people who know me know that it's not really a shift.
Yeah.
I think for the longest time, I was comfortable with the branding that I had created around my brand. I was a hip-hop artist, and I felt like being a hip-hop artist meant that's all I can be, that's all I can do. So my sound was identified by that. But now that I know myself better, I understand myself better, I'm a lot more comfortable in my own skin and with my music. I'm literally just exploring. I get into the studio and I make the music that I'm comfortable making at that time. If I want to sing, I'll sing. If I want to rap, I rap. And when you listen to the EP, you will also then pick up that I'm influenced by many different sounds and genres and styles of music, and the interpretation then comes out through the music. So I think what people can basically expect from me moving forward is just music in its purest and most honest form. Yeah.
And of course, keeping the culture, because you do from
No.
time to time do rap in Siswati, and that's what we
I'm
like
doing
to
more of
hear.
that now,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah. I sing and rap in Siswati more now.
Which is what we want to hear. And
Yeah.
of course, just lastly, what can we expect in terms of visuals from Umuti Ngwenya's music? Are there any visuals coming up?
Eish,
Because
listen.
we want to premiere the videos here on this
Listen,
Weekend Eswatini.
I'm gearing up for a really fired year, last half of the year. Preparing some visuals. I'll be telling a lot of stories through my visuals because I want people to experience what I've experienced, even if they're watching it from afar. But I want to give people at least a front row seat to some of the things that have made me the person that I am now. So I'll be interpreting that a lot visually, and I'm going to be working with a lot of local producers. But also what I'm doing, what people should look out for, is a lot of international collaborations. I've started already. I'm doing work with DJ Dino Bravo still, but we're collaborating with a lot of different artists around the continent, and possibly some international features coming up. But definitely Mozaik is going to be coming out more into the international market, so people should definitely look out for that.
Well, thank you for joining us on This Weekend Eswatini. We do hope to have you back in many forms, whether it's playing your music video or having you write in studio for your new music.
Yeah, or maybe even co-hosting right next to you. So I hope you are enjoying the show right now. And thank you, Bella, for coming. To the
I'm
show.
coming.
Yeah.
All right, the Kingdom of Eswatini. That was Mozaik, now known as Umuti Ngwenya. Please address him right. This is the man that made doing music fashionable in the Kingdom of Eswatini. So you have to put respect on his name. But right about now, do enjoy more music. We will be right back with some more cool stuff on This Weekend Eswatini. Do enjoy.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Nevs, I see you, bro.
Nevis on the track, nigga.
Been a while. Guess who's back? I took a break, I came back. Shit is still the same, nigga still sleeping, still debating. Who's hot, who's not? I ain't worried about no competition. Walking blindfolded, still no competition. The opposition, elevation. Mindset shifted to a different vision. Confirmation in no validation. I was 16, shook the entire nation with the 16s. I done made a name. Power invested in me. I wanna take every kid out the streets. I wanna see them in down in degrees. We need more doctors, more teachers, more lawyers. We need the doctors to heal us, more teachers to teach us. The lawyers protect us, the system is cool. I remember what happened to Peter. He was gunned down in a cold case. Justice was never served, just another victim of unsolved cases. Lala Ngakula Gasocha would say you in heaven. The battle continues as long as we're here. We've been fighting the fight like the Statue of Liberty, holding the light all through the night, fighting for peace. Most of the youth unemployed. I'm even filling the void. Most of our dreams got destroyed. Wish all the stories were told. We're gonna try to avoid. How all these kids really killing the net? Why they ain't playing on radio? They even claim with their audios. The people are feeling it, people are vibing. We're talking to clubs, people were grooving. We're talking to church, people were praising the body we're raising. We're never relaxing. Yeah, we're never relaxing. Never relaxing. Kule ngendlala benzima maskala basitshela siyadlala sapusha saphanda sathula saphala kwalunga bazala yanyuka nepraza bakhonqa usibhadala basitsheka basibheka basipithe manika sathula sabuka netimfo tajika saguqa ngenfolo sabeka tadla kulonga du sashabela bonhlane khulu kwajabula emadodi netimfo takhanya kwavuleka iminyango kwazonda abazonda ngishaye ngesandla ngengoma ngingodi I got the juice on my 40. How you a rapper when you turn 40? Man, that shit salty and your whole team. Yeah, like it's been a while. I've been out the scene for a while. You know, it's all about trying to get all the energies that we need. Just try and make the music that you guys are looking for, and that you guys vibe for. You know what it is. It's the new school.
noma ungangithanda wena utongishiya la ingabe ukhona nangole ngimuthandza ko ungewambe we baby ingowakho we baby moya wangu funa wena noma nini thanda wena hamba sandla sami we baby tata luthando lwami we baby you are perfect for me. You are perfect. You're perfect for me. You are perfect for me. You are perfect. You are perfect for me. When the sun was out, baby, you turned on dim. When the sun was out, baby, you turned on dim. You are perfect for me, baby. You are perfect for me, baby.
You my remote, my babies are you my control. Like it when you move, my babies are come close. Systematically when I you my huntos. Yeah. Slide to the left, like you slide to the right. You my queen and I'm there by your side. Slide to the left, like you slide to the right. You my queen and I'm there by your side. When I you the love of my life, baby you the love of my life. And I you the love of my life, baby you the love of my life. You my juice and I'm always coming sweet. Ring, ring, ring like I'm calling with that ring.
Babugele Makaya, you are still tuned into This Weekend Eswatini, and we are still bringing you everything local, entertainment, and of course fun. And right about now, I am joined by two superstars in the kingdom of Eswatini. They do different things, but you know they merge and it becomes very, very beautiful. I am talking about none other than Vanilla, who is a gospel artist, and she gives the best performance you can ever imagine. And she is of course joined by Majaha, who is a poet, and you'll get to know all about his poetry journey right here on This Weekend Eswatini. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Firstly, just to start with the Leserato event that is taking place tomorrow, you will be there performing, both of you, and Spoon Noah is a part of it. How do you feel, Nongtu, being a part of that with him?
Well, it's a great privilege and an honor, obviously, and I think tomorrow is going to be the start of an amazing journey, because for the longest time we've been wanting this show. I mean, it was before COVID when we started it, so we are really looking forward to it.
Okay, and for you, Majaha?
It's a very humbling experience, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially because when one started with this poetry, I never thought I'd be sharing stage with such great artists. So it really becomes a very humbling experience. And just like Vanilla mentioned, this is something that has been on the table for as far back as COVID. Actually, were disrupted by COVID.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And just starting off with you, Majaha, you are someone who ministers through poetry. And in that poetry, can you please let us know what the word Smith means?
Well, I guess it's a space where I'm able to share my journey in an artistic form. That's where the wordsmith comes in, where the things that maybe a lot of people go through behind closed doors, I'm able to share them with an audience on stage through poetry.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And getting into your journey, Banile, the last visuals that you gave us were from Lord You Love Me.
Yeah.
That was the last visual that you gave us, which was like 10 months ago. And you are such a great performer. We did see you performing Gumakoti Festival. If you missed that, you better catch the next show. And sekuvuliwe bathi we're back outside nabasho. How does that make you feel, being able to perform in front of a crowd, have crowds? What does that mean to you and your music?
Lockdown was torturous because you had to find new ideas of doing music and trying to get your songs out there. So that's why I did Lord You Love Me, and Lord You Love Me was just to test and how we can do this thing outside, going to stages and performing about. So let me try it out, and it actually was nice, and it was a good experience. I learned a lot from doing that track.
Yeah, and Majaha, for you, being able to interact with crowds means a lot to performers. I mean, kubhlungu, well, akusiko buhlungu, but kubhlungu kuthi hlabelela, because you don't know how the other person is consuming it endlini yabo. But nabalana babonela omnye sekakhala khalisa ngile ngoma, akhalisa ngile poetry, kuye kube mnandi. How do you feel about being back outside?
It's obviously an exciting opportunity or experience at this point. Being enclosed and getting to share our artistic material virtually was not as effective as it is when we are live. Like it has always been, the one measure to test an artist is through a live performance, where there's an interaction with the audience. So this becomes a great opportunity once again. We are excited. For me personally, it's an exciting thing to be back on stage and get to experience how the people feel when they snap and scream and all of those.
And speaking of excitement and being given this opportunity, this very great experience that people are about to get, what can we expect from you on Saturday?
Definitely new songs.
Yeah.
And definitely a new vibe, because Venus excited. It was like, yay!
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. So we're really excited. They must come in their numbers. Oh, it's a sold out show. Anyway.
So go late. You can't come in your numbers.
No, the numbers are already coming.
Yeah.
So, but those that are coming, honestly, we'll be pouring ourselves out. Yeah, definitely.
And for you, Majaha, what are you promising your fans tomorrow?
It's a continuation of what one has already done in previous stages, to echo words like, if words are like seeds, allow me to plant it to your soul through the ears. I promise I will nurture the growth of my words with echoes that will continually ring deep inside of you even long after I am silent. So to anyone who's watching right now, we're still debating whether or not, I'm not sure how they're going to do it, because it seems as though the tickets are already sold out.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately.
hey, to those who've bought their tickets, most definitely let's gather tomorrow and let's praise the Lord.
Yeah, and in praising the Lord, our gospel artist, can you just tell us, is there something that you are maybe working on or preparing for us as your lovers, as consumers of your music going forward?
Yes, on the 25th of June, I'm doing my second live recording. Yes, I'm excited for that one. And you're not invited. Oh, tickets are 200 for VIP, but VIP I say then there's 100 rand. Almost. So
if you haven't gotten yourself a ticket, please do. And just lastly, there are other people that are performing besides you at the show. What do you feel about that, and how can you say what experience is that for you guys performing aside other great people?
It becomes a big opportunity, an exciting experience, where if we were to take it maybe to corporate, it's where you add on to your CV. If there's anything called an artistic CV, this is what goes into it. It's an exciting opportunity. You get to expand your network and ensure that you grow your artistry as well.
All right.
Yeah.
And just lastly, this is something you have given us a taste. We were snapping the fingers there of what people should expect tomorrow. But I like to put people on the spotlight, because if you can do it for TV, you can do it for anybody. Because here everyone is watching, but you're not seeing them, and then you're going to go to a crowd, which is more nerve-wracking. But can you just give us something, Nyana? What can we expect? I'm not telling ngabani, telling a poetry, no more telling a music. Yeah, this is time to shine.
So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Then God said, let us make men in our own image, in our own likeness, solely for the purposes of worshiping Him. Him who was, is, and is still to come, Ancient of days, perfectly ruling Prince of Peace, is my comforter, my healer, my provider. Let's gather tomorrow.
That is a bit of what you will be getting, and from you, Sis Vanele. Hey, nami ngifisa ngabe akukho sold out. Nami ngiyoba a part of this lovely ministering through of course poetry and music. But nina lento benikhona sentositshela ke noma sesitobona ngabo WhatsApp status kuzi kuhambe njani kule event. All the best for tomorrow.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so
That
much.
was of course Majaha Nkonyane and of course a gospel artist Vanilla. They are here telling us all about Leserato event happening tomorrow. But right about now, do enjoy more music. But Petile will be right back with Rina. Do enjoy.
Recording. Can you start from the top? Can you start from the top and then we are recording already? Okay. I'm gonna count down from 3, 2,
Bring your phone here so we can play.
1, and play, Rina.
I don't wanna go another day, so I'm telling you exactly what is on my mind. Seems like everybody's breaking up, they're throwing their love away, but I know I got a good thing right here. That's why I say, hey, nobody's gonna love me better. I must stick with you forever. Nobody's gonna take me higher. I must stick with you. You know how to appreciate me. I must stick with you, my baby. Nobody ever made me feel this way. I must stick with you. I don't wanna go another day, so I'm telling you exactly what is on my mind. See the way we ride in our private lives, ain't nobody coming in between. I want you to know that you're the only one for me. Nobody's gonna love me better. I must stick with you forever. Nobody's gonna take me higher. I must stick with you. You know how to appreciate me. I must stick with you, my baby. Nobody ever made me feel this way. I must stick with you. And now ain't nothing else that I need. And now I'm saying 'cause I'm so in love with you. I got you. We'll be making love endlessly. I'm with you, baby, you're with me. Don't worry about people hanging around. They're bringing us down.
Yes, of course, beautiful people of Eswatini, you are still tuned into This Weekend Eswatini khona la ekhaya lakho lihamba phambili Eswatini TV. If you've just joined us, unfortunately, this is our very last interview, but ungakhathazeki, you can catch the whole show on the Eswatini TV app, which you can download for only 20 emalangeni per month, or on our YouTube channel. And with me right now, I am joined by two individuals who are making sure to take the entertainment space la ekhaya Eswatini by storm. I am joined by the beautiful Rina, just look like a bandy about her musical journey. And yes, of course, she is not riding solo. He is with Eke Boy, who is representing the CBM production. Guys, welcome to This Weekend Eswatini.
Thank you so much.
Now, ngicala ngawe Rina. Ngivile ukuthi you were part of the MTN Spotlight.
Yes.
Maybe ngabuta ukuthi how did that benefit you as an artist?
It grew me holistically because being the type of person that I am, I was used to singing at church, and at church they hype you up. But then when I got to the competition, there were other opponents, even stronger opponents. So I was able to kind of know my strengths and my weaknesses ngilungise lapho la bengifuna ngilungise khona.
All right,
Yeah.
angite kuwe Tete Boy. How did the collaboration come about between the two of you guys?
Well, Rina, I met Rina in long time ago. Long time ago when she was still in high school. But then we started working together in 2019 when I hosted a show in Manzini. She performed there. She was amazing as always. You all know that now. So, and then the collaboration just started this year. I think it's last month, if I'm not mistaken. It was last month. And then we was like, we just need to make Rina a star again. Because, you know, on Spotlight, she was like the star that we were all looking up to, you know, getting the trophy there. But now, we're going to make her a star again.
Maybe for babukela bangabe nyalo sebalahlekile kancane Tete Boy, because I did say that you are representing the CBM production. Kahle kahle, because I think asikayiqali kahle lenzaba yabo. Vele nje ngangena phakathi yabona sangasachazi kahle kahle ukuthi nine as CBM production nendani.
Well, as CBM production, we are offering services as photography, videography, graphic design, artist management, and writing as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
With Rina, we are doing the artist management, you know. So we are really planning on making her a star.
Okay. Now, Rina, I want to take you just a little bit back. I want to know, Guti, where did the love for music come from?
Well, it first started in primary school. I was doing, I think, grade 4, when one of my teachers kind of recognized that I have a singing talent. Mangiqala join a choral choir. And then I never stopped. I never looked back. And I'm really grateful to God for how far that I've come.
Now, Tete Boy, can we expect even more great things to come between the two of you guys?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you
of course.
should. You should. Bigger.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Rina, when you are an individual, it's human, guthi ube nemaphupho, guthi this is where I see myself. We want to know, guthi wena, as an artist, kahle kahle, what's the end goal? Kahle kahle, yini lo lofuna ku-achieve?
Ish. Normally I fail to answer that question.
Okay.
But the goal is Beyonce level. I mean, to be a global, you know, team. To be a global, to be a role model to anybody that's watching right now, or to anyone that doesn't have the courage to do it, to be that kind of person. Sabona Rina doing this, and she was able to come through. That's the goal, to inspire. It's vast, but basically that.
Now, you recently performed the Standard Bank Choral Music. Was it a competition?
Yeah, it was a
How was
championship.
that? Tell me about that.
It
must have been amazing.
It was overwhelming at first because there was a lot of people there. And so when I got on stage, it was just me. When I'm singing Karana, so I stood there. And then when I started singing, people were hyping me up. People were so excited about the song. And it was already out. So I think that was just a continuation of what's about to come, because I was so overwhelmed this stage. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't really believe it, but it was amazing. I enjoy it. So
All
much.
right, unfortunately, right now I am running out of time. So, Ndobuya go at the boy. You said you do a lot of things. Maybe you can the things that you do, and Nguti Bamfu Bangan conduct kanjani.
Well, we do photography, videography, graphic design, artist management, and a bit of Emma models who are like Sam. They do marketing and stuff like that. So if people want to contact us, Rina specifically, they can come through the management that we have at CPM Production Group. So should I mention the numbers?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, +268 7633 4127, +268 7633 4127.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming through. I had more questions that I wanted to ask you guys, but I believe you still to do great things in the entertainment space. Eswatini, so you're definitely gonna come back.
Should. We have a spot now.
And just like that, beautiful people of Eswatini, see rapper kanjalo. Nitibonele nani, it was a fun-filled episode of This Weekend Eswatini. But ngakhohlwa phela kuxhumana nathi konke emakhasi evu. Ak social media, we are at This Weekend Eswatini on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. But right about now, beautiful people of Eswatini, sikhathi sesidliwe yinja. But ngakhathateki. Siyabuya futhi kuleli viki letako nalabanye bahlabeleli bakho bala ekhaya Eswatini as they get to share their musical journey with us. From me and my beautiful co-host City. Good night.